Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Well, you're going to hear a lot of background noise in this one. It is the Spokane Rock Rollers annual rock show 2022. It should be pretty good. You can see that's it. So we got a big event space here. There's a lot of dealers, so we're going to walk around. We're going to look at all the different dealers, all the different vendors and stuff, and then there's cases upon cases that we will walk through, and we'll do some highlights of those because there's way too many cases to try to, well, show them all. Look at this guy. Say,
hey, how's it going?
All right, so we're gonna walk around. Got some zeolites, $5 each. Interesting. I don't see any labels. Cool.
Zeolite.
Zeolites. I guess I don't know enough about like the pricing of stuff to really be able to look and be like, Let's walk down.
I think he's got most of them marked on the back.
Yeah, the potato.
So in this hall, we got a lot of the cases. There's some vendors on both sides, but then we got this whole other room. This is actually a pretty big show.
Yeah.
That's a lot of kids' activities and stuff. Let's just start walking through it.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
First time I got to sit down. Kids kept me on my toes.
Oh, we'll get you rough here.
Yep. I have a lot of odd things you won't see here.
Right around the other side over here. You guys looked at that because you guys already got a rock out of it.
Little kyanite for $1.
I have some at home you can try with, okay?
Selenite's pretty cool.
It's heavy.
Oh, hey. I don't think I've ever seen a pyrite sphere.
A rock that's a cube.
I mean, spheres are inherently kind of like cool just because of how much time they take, but
Also, how big was that?
yeah. Oh, they got lots of spheres.
I'm gonna say that one is.
Interesting to see a septarian nodule looking like that. So this material I think is coming Central Oregon. I think we saw some of that at Richardson's in their museum. Oh well, that picture Jasper slab.
It's big.
Very cool. See this here. Look at that.
I think that's like 200 on that. Okay, I'll do that.
That's an impressive specimen. It's not really something I know a whole lot about, but fossils are cool. Look at that petrified wood. That's a really colorful piece.
Yeah. So here at the booth for the Seattle Mineral Market, some good Washington stuff. Oop, getting hung up there. I mean, that's pretty affordable prices. $20, $15, like actual like domestic nice pieces. Very cool.
There's also opalized wood right there.
What do you?
Small fellow,
Oh,
which I'm going to stop there on the way back. I found gemmy stuff 2 years ago. It was like see-through yellow and hardy enough to carve beads on.
very cool. Let's look at some cases. Got some Montana agates. The Rock Rollers Club, they have a class where they make those knives, which is kind of cool. Some pretty stuff. That looks like Hampton Butte, petrified wood. I don't want to say names. I think I know who's doing this. I think I have an idea whose case it is, but very pretty stuff. That's like a big limb cast. That kind of looks like a Saddle Mountain. It's hard to tell exactly from the angle, but they're pretty good. The line stoppers. So maybe you've seen some of the other Saddle Mountain videos, but we got a field trip coming up, which that'll be good. You don't have to be a club member to go on a field trip here, but neat to see some of the polished tumbled pieces in that big limb. Central Oregon. I'd like to get some of that bird's eye rhyolite. That stuff's pretty cool. All right, my buddy Sean told me about this case. This is quite good. All these Washington rocks. Wild Turkey Mine back there, that green serpentine, that's opening up again this year. A lot of Greenwater stuff, which that's not a place that we've gone to. Those white,
Where's that?
The White River Thunder eggs.
Greenwater.
Those are definitely on the to-do list. Very cool. Look at those little Natchez Thunder eggs back there. Those are
big.
Superb.
Yeah.
Those are really good.
Yeah.
beautiful specimens here. That's a pretty good piece to get out of Red Top.
Yeah.
First Creek. Man, this is a good case. Hey,
Yeah,
I
that's a lot.
So heading up to Lake Wenatchee, that's another thing that I want to go hit up.
Those are really colorful Natchies.
You don't see much with red.
Red, purple.
Those are very good. Those are two excellent cases. I think they're same person. So the rock rollers, they have knife making classes.
And kids knife making
classes, which is pretty cool.
I don't think they're sharp knives. Kid safe.
Yeah, they look a stone butter knife.
It's a show knife.
Show knife. Very cool stuff. I like a case like this. Nice labels, some good information about them. The big smoky quartz back there is pretty cool. Montana.
It's really dark.
Yeah. So the ones out there, the smoky quartz coming from like the Lolo Pass area, it's darkened by aluminum and not natural irradiation. That's a lovely case. And trilobites. Oh, hey, look at the those trilobites from Medellin. Like
that's a pretty good.
That's different than the ones that I've seen before. We have yet to be able to go and do it.
The Addy.
The Addy.
See, when you see those, I'm like, maybe we did find some.
Yeah, well,
it just looks like a little mark.
We've definitely found the paleo sponges.
Yeah.
But you know.
One says that one's from.
What?
That big. It says that big one is found out here, Hunter's Springdale Highway. I don't know of any. That's very large for this area.
It's quite the collection of petrified wood. Like, looks like Arizona in that back row. Some pieces from Saddle Mountain. That's a good display.
Yeah, the green one.
Ah, man, I don't know. Is that like the Hampton Butte material?
I don't know. It's a different green.
Yeah. Limb casts. I think we know where these are from. The pink limb casts. Very cool.
That says McDermott.
I think this is under claim now. I think it's under a claim.
Huh. I don't think we have any palm.
No.
Petrified palm.
All right, that's a pretty good case. I like to be able to see the rough and then be able to see a cab of that. Very cool.
The local stuff back there, the magnesite and the prehnite. I don't know.
That Biggs Jasper back there. I have yet to really work much of that, but I would like to pick up some of that Blue Mountain Jasper. Okay, so this case, I know the owner of this.
Well, there you go. He's got his name on it.
You're going to see him in a future video, but he's got quite the impressive collection. I already had a little sneak peek of this over at his house, which was cool. The Vesper Peak garnets, those very lovely specimen. It's coming from the mine up there. He's got some of his big Arkansas quartz crystals. I think they're from Avant Mining. I'm probably butchering that. And a big piece of calcite from Snake River. I don't think that's the piece he stabilized, but like he's done some stabilization on it. Otherwise, that material is like, it's only meant for looking. Like it's so sharp in the hand and kind of crumbles, but he gave me a stabilized piece. Maybe we'll show that in a future video. That's an excellent case. Yeah, I mean, I think it's good when there's like a educational aspect to the cases. Great agate. It's kind of nice. That's a cool piece of sulfur back there.
Huh.
Like sulfur on matrix, it looks like.
Yeah.
Look at that. I like his little bases there being a little palette, little homemade palette. I might have to. It's okay to steal ideas like that, right? I can take that. I wanted to get some bases, but like I only like maybe like the wood ones, or well, now that I see a little tiny palette, that's very appealing versus like the clear acrylics. I mean, the acrylics are nice, but you know, little palettes. Some cool looking spheres.
Yeah.
What are those? Oh, those are on like clear acrylics with like a little
Felt.
piece of felt. I don't know what any of that material is just by sight.
It's hard to identify a sphere.
Yeah.
Lost a lot of traits.
It's always interesting to be able to see petrified wood from some different locations.
Very wood-like.
Yeah, the cellular replacement on it's really good. I like it when you can see like that one right there, like with the little knots on it. It's pretty good. Looks like they got some blue petrified wood back there right there in the middle. A little bluish tinge. Some interesting fossils.
Huh.
Hopefully you know know Sean the Rock Dad. He's got some good stuff in here. Thunder egg, some jasper from some of our different trips, some aventurine, that Washington fire opal. Yeah, it's like all of his trips for like the past couple of years, it looks like, past 2 years at least. Very cool. Looks like those are some knife handles that are probably in the works. I really like it when people show like something kind of in the rough and then some other examples of it. Yeah, that Pink Lady plume that we saw for sale over there. Some very lovely seam agate.
Where is it from?
I want to say it's like, is it by Graveyard Point? I'm not exactly sure. It's like central, southeast Oregon, so. Okay, so we saw this almost the same display. What was it like? It was 2020? 2020? Something like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a lot of tumbled beach agates. I mean, it looks fun. It looks cool to do. A little house. Snoopy. Looks like Snoopy's on like a house. Is a roof made of garnet? I think it's a little garnet. I like the stone Snoopy. More Montana agate. It's pretty.
Is Montana agate like what we find in the river, or is it something
that's all from the
different?
Yellowstone for sure. That's all Yellowstone.
That's cool. Ironwood.
Mm-hmm. So when I found some of the blue petrified wood up at Saddle Mountain, a lot of people mentioned this stuff right here. That like the blue forest of Wyoming, because that was like the most similar thing that people could compare it to.
Not quite the same blue.
That's very like a light,
It's a
almost like
pale.
teal. It's like a little teal color almost. Versus what we found, which was like very like bright blue. That's awesome. Okay, so here's Sarah. This is your case. You're going to give us a little tour of it.
A little bit from what I know about it. I don't know all of the minerals.
But it's a very diverse selection that you have.
It is. So a lot of it I bought off of another collector. And since then I found out a little bit about the minerals. So this is schist with garnets in it, and I was told that they're kind of ruby-like. The yellow stuff behind it is sulfur. The crystallized specimen behind the sulfur is called wolfenite. And then above that is fire agate.
That's your Arizona fire agate. That's what
believe
that's
so,
what
yeah.
it looks like.
And then you have just a petrified wood. I'm not sure where that came from because that was in the collection and I don't know where you got it from. And then we have the peacock ore, or chalcopyrite, I believe it's called.
What's the stuff in the jars back there?
That is sugilite from South Africa.
Okay.
So I got it. It was a pretty decent sized stone, and these are slabs off of that stone. And I was told the blue inside of it makes it even more valuable. And then you have a nice strip of, I don't know if it's really iridescent, but it's kind of like a grayish.
Interesting.
It's pretty interesting. And people ask me why I put it in a jar, and it's because when it's dry, it doesn't look as nice.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the time to polish it before displaying it. So
There's so, I mean, polishing takes so much time to like do it right.
yeah, and I didn't have. I started working at Black Sheep, so I didn't really have as much time to get to the club to actually work on stuff like that. Next to it is rutilated quartz. I've been told that they are really nice pieces. Below that, though, it's kind of in the middle of those two, like there's a smaller one and then there's the bigger amethyst quartz. In the middle, I forget what they said the name was. It was one of those strange names. But it has, I think, gold hairs in it. It's from Brazil. It's a really deep purple. Now, if you hold it up to the light, then you can see rutiles of either gold or some sort of hairs inside of it.
Very cool.
And this is Smithsonianite, the light blue, so it's zinc oxide. Not sure where that crystal, I think it's quartz crystal, the one that looks like a fan. Not
Yeah.
sure where that came from, but that was in the collection.
It certainly has that like selenite look to it.
Yeah,
like
I want to know where the collector found it so I can go looking for it, but I thought that was a really cool piece.
Very cool.
And then back there is limcast. The white stuff on the side there, I got from my friend. She went to Cancun, and those are actual coral pieces. One I call it ocean poo, because it just looks like something coming out of the ocean. And then the fossilized shells, I found those.
And it looks like you got a nice chunky carnelian in there. Very cool. That's a nice case. Thank you. Thank you for the tour of your case. Okay, so we're a little quiet right here at Eastern Washington Geosciences. But this is really interesting because so often I hear over and over and over again how difficult it is for people to identify rocks. And since I love identifying rocks, it's nice to have quite the spread here. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to show all of your rocks.
Absolutely, please, thank you, and some fossils, of course.
Very cool, very cool. Yeah, I mean, it's such like it's so valuable for people to be able to see this stuff and have a name to go with it.
Exactly.
You know?
And this is all a collection we can touch
Yeah.
and pick up and kind of examine things too. So this is all from our teaching collection. So.
I mean, as cool as fossils are, I mean, igneous rocks. That's the what. This is the only group that really matters. I'm sorry. That's opinion piece. Opinion piece. Very cool.
Rocks are great.
Yes. All right, we'll show some love to the metamorphic rocks here. It's a good little piece of slate. Hornfell is not something I know a whole lot about, but serpentines. It's kind of nice to see it like this. I like that. Good. All right, that's cool. You can definitely see some of the stuffs from New Jersey, Franklin, New Jersey. That piece right there. Very cool. Can we turn? Is there a light on in here that we can turn on and see them not under UV?
Well, we can do...
Here, I got a little flashlight.
Yeah, you can turn it on.
All right. So now we can kind of see some of these without the UV spectrum. Very cool. Little piece of ontonite down there. Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. It's neat to be able to see like a before and after, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so much better having a little idea. Very cool. Man, some of those pieces from New Jersey are so impressive.
Yeah, we have some huge ones at the shop. Like,
Okay. All right, so that was a pretty good show. I liked it. There's a lot to be seen. This video is going up today, Friday. The show's going on for 2 more days, this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to put all the information down below. I thought it was pretty good. I know you don't have a microphone on, but you can just yell into my chest and nod. But yeah, I mean, it was excellent. Like, there's pretty good vendors. There's some bulk stuff. There's some slabs. The cases were impressive. I would say, like, easily 2/3 of them were incredibly good, and the other ones were good. So I didn't see any cases where I was like, oh, not great. They're all really good. Yeah, so come on down to the show. It'll be awesome.